Howdy, friends and neighbors. Old Doc Martin here again. And, the gift-giving season has been upon us and coming on us. So, I'm always thinking about making a little extra money, for different doodads, tractor parts, and gift giving and what have you. So today I spent the day in the city, trying to get some ideas, make a little extra money. Then I'm walking down the street and I saw a guy sitting there on the corner, and he had his guitar and he was just banging his old thumb till it was numb, and tin cup there, and he didn't have nothing in there. So I shuffled along, and wasn't long, and I don't know what you guys have in your towns and cities, but this has been a first for me. I looked up at a sign on the front of a building, and it said sperm bank. Now I thought, what in the hell is that? Well, there was an old guy there. He was probably about my age. He was standing out front, chewing on the end of a big old dollar cigar. And so I kind of poked him in the ribs and run my thumb up toward the sign. And I said, what the hell is this all about? And he said, oh yeah, he said, you can go in there and whip up a batch and get paid for it. And I thought, that sounds like a pretty good deal for some quick cash. Didn't have to go in and give blood and, all that, have a Band-Aid on my arm, blood running down my arm. And I thought, shoot, just go in there and whip them up a batch of old banana butter. So I started heading toward the door, and the old boy stopped me. He says, you can't go in there. I said, well, why not? He said, they look for younger guys than you and I. So I was a little dazed and dejected, and I started working my way back toward old Ranger here. And I thought, well, I don't have that many wrinkles, maybe. And where I do, I'm glad I do have them, because I've done the splits on the ice before, and I was awful thankful for that extra room. Yeah, I thought, well, maybe if I kind of darkened my hair a little bit. So I raised the hood up on old Ranger here. The valve covers leak a little bit. I kind of rubbed my fingers around in that old greasy oil and dirt, and smooth some around my beard and mustache, and got a little up here a little bit, darken the wings up. And I thought, well, that might do it. And I head back, and the same old boy, he was standing out there, and he said, well, that might help, but he said, your hair is still mighty short and mighty gray for, younger people. So I went working my way back. I thought, well, hell with it, Got around the corner almost to where Ranger was parked, and this big old black poodle was walking along there, and I thought, black curly hair. So I coaxed him around the corner there and pulled out my old trusty Klein pocket knife there and shaved a little off the dog's back. So if you've got a black poodle and he comes home and looks like he's got scabies or something, why, I just borrowed some hair from him. And I tucked some of them black curls underneath my cap. So I go back. Well, the old boy was gone, so I couldn't ask him, if he thought I could get in the door or not. So I walked on in, and this little tiny gal, she was sitting at the desk there. You know, I told her that I wanted to make a deposit. So she handed me a form to fill out, and I didn't have my glasses, so I'm not sure if I was supposed to be checking boxes or Xing on them or whatever, but I did the best I could. I didn't want to whip my spectacles out. Handed it back to her, and she says, okay. She said, just go back in that little room there, and she said, if you need any help, she said, just holler. So I said, well, you know, what am I supposed to do? And she said, well, there's a cup in there, in a little specimen bottle. And I said, well, how much you got to put in that specimen bottle? And she said, oh, as much as you can, you know. So I thought, okay, well, a shot or two of Dr. Martin's 2-ball solution ought to be enough. So I worked my way back to the little room there, and I closed the door, and I thought, well, I wonder how that little gal, how she's ever going to help me, because she wasn't that good looking, and wasn't much bigger than, you know, one of them sandbags that you throw in the back of your pickup or the back of Mom's car in the winter. And so anyway, I grabbed the little bottle there, and I start tugging and twisting. Nothing. So I opened the door up, and I kind of peeked down the hallway there, and the old gal, she was still sitting at the desk, and I thought, no. So I closed the door again, did some more tugging, some more twisting, tapped it on the counter a little bit, nothing. I opened the door, and I looked back down the hallway at the little gal sitting at the desk, and I thought, no, closed the door again, and went back, more tugging, more twisting, more countertop tapping, turned on the sink and run a little warm water on it, back to tapping, back to twisting, nothing. So I went back, opened the door, peeked down the hallway. Little gal still sitting there at the desk. I thought, no. Closed the door, went back, more tugging, more twisting, more warm water, more thumping it on the counter. Finally, I just gave up. So I wasn't getting anywhere. I figured, hell, if I couldn't get the lid off that jar, that little gal sitting at the desk, she sure as hell couldn't get it off. Have a great day.